chapter 15, page 2. All right, finally we get to do some math here. Let's get started. First of all, scratch out all of this part right in here because we're not going to do that. We're going to start with congruent segments. Congruent segments are segments with the same length. So, for example, in this problem, we know that line segment AB and line segment CD are equal to one another because of these tick marks. They mean equal to each other. And here AB is equal to CD. That means you're going to use equal sign with numbers. But if you're using segments, if you're talking about segments, then you're going to use a congruent sign. And that's what this means. Same length means congruent. So it's an equal sign with a squiggly line over it. So in this problem, AB, line segment AB, is congruent to line segment CD. A midpoint. Midpoint means it's in the middle. A point that divides a segment into two congruent, remember, congruent is like equals, segments. So in this problem, B is the midpoint, which means if B is the midpoint, that means that line segment AB is going to be congruent to line segment BC. If it's the midpoint, it's the middle. It sets these two line segments equal to one another, congruent to one another. All right, use the segment addition postulate. Segment addition says that I'm going to add two segments together and get the whole amount. So if AB is equal to 25, so from here all the way over to here is 25. So I'm going to set up my equation then. AN plus NB is going to equal AB. AN plus NB, you can't see it. AN plus NB is equal to the whole thing, AB. Now I'm going to come and substitute. AB, they told me was 2x minus 6. NB, they told me was x plus 7. And altogether, that's going to equal 25. If you draw your line here now, you can see this is on 25. So I'm going to combine like terms because these are both on the same side of the equation. So 2x plus x is going to give me 3x, and a negative 6 plus 7 is going to give me plus 1, and that's equal to 25. Solving this equation, you always do the opposite to get rid of stuff. So I'm going to get rid of the plus 1 first, so I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. And so then that'll give me 3x is equal to 24, because this is gone. And so then divide both sides by 3 because it says multiply. So then x is equal to 8. Now, most of you would end right there, but what you have to make sure that you do is go back and read the problem again to make sure that you answered everything. So you see here, I need to find AN. So AN was 2x minus 6, and x we found out was 8. So in the place of the x, I'm going to put 8, and 2 times 8 is 16, take away 6. So AN is equal to 10. Make sure you come back and do that. NB is equal to x plus 7. So substituting 8 plus 7 in is equal to 15. So NB is equal to 15 and AN is equal to 10. And notice when I got done with my answer, if I add these two together, I get 25. All right, next one. M is the midpoint. The key here is midpoint, which means then that's in the middle, which means it'll set these two equal to each other. Midpoint means you put it in, it goes in the middle, and those two line segments become equal to one another. Equal. So RM is equal to MT, midpoint. Substituting, I get 5x plus 9 is equal to 8x minus 36. So addition postulate, you add them, midpoint, you set them equal to each other. So I like to get rid of my x's, my smaller x's. So I will always have positive x's. These two cancel out. I got rid of it by doing the opposite. Again, if you need to draw a line, you can. So I get 9 is equal to 3x minus 36. So I have a number, a letter, and a number. So I have more numbers, so I need to get rid of a number. So I get rid of the number on the same side as where my letter is, so I need to add 36 to both sides. So this will give me 45 then is equal to 3x. This says multiply, so I divide. And I get 15 is equal to x. Again, go back up and read the problem. It says find RM, MT, and RT. I found x, but I didn't get the problem right because I didn't read what it said. So RM is going to equal 5 times 15 plus 9. And 5 times 15 is 75. Plus 9 more is going to give me 84. MT is going to give me 8 times 15 minus 36. I normally would go ahead and figure this out, but I'm going to put down, I know these two are equal to each other, so 84. And then RT is the whole thing. So 84 plus 84 then is going to give me 168.